You ever notice how the ones who run the show always think they've got everyone else figured out? That's what they thought about me, Elijah Walker, new scholarship kid at Crestfield Academy, dropped right into a sea of privilege with nothing but my dad's old backpack and a name nobody here could pronounce without rolling their eyes. I could smell their arrogance before I even set foot on campus. Trent Davis and his pack, the infamous five, they own the place. Or so they thought. First morning, I'm not even past the main office and already getting looks that would chill your bones, whispers about scholarship case. Polite smiles from a secretary that felt like someone offering you a handshake with one hand and pepper spray in the other. I kept my face neutral, my father's voice in my head. Let them see your skin before your brain let them underestimate you. That's the way you win. Trent made his move. In calculus called me out like I was a stray dog who'd wandered into the country club. You sure you're in the right class? Laughter. Mr. Peterson barely flinched. They all expected me to fold. But I took that marker, solved his impossible problem in 5 lines, and walked back to my seat without a smile. The room went dead silent. That was the first crack. Then came the lunchroom god, the way everyone arranges themselves in those little clusters like nations at the UN, and you can tell right away who gets protection and who's on their own. My table, dead center, empty like a warning sign. I sat anyway, pulled out my book, ignored the camera flash from Logan. Outsider feeding time, he joked to his crew. A few minutes later, Brandon tripped and dumped soda on my shirt. Everyone watched for a reaction: rage, humiliation, maybe tears. I calmly changed my shirt and walked out like it was nothing. That's the trick. You don't ever give them what they're looking for. But I wasn't alone. I found a note at my desk after calculus. They always pick one. Be careful. Cara Williams. Smart, quiet, always drawing in her notebook, skin a little lighter than mine, eyes that missed nothing. First friend I made at Crestfield, though we never called it that out loud. Afternoons were worse. History teacher with a bow tie tried to embarrass me for my urban slang, even though I was speaking perfect English. Debate class, Trent rolled out his mayor dad stats and city pride, but I cut him down with labor stats he couldn't refute. The bells saved him. The whisper started. Maybe this new kid isn't as easy as they thought. But bullies don't give up just because you outsmart them. After school, behind the gym, they try to put me through the initiation. For guys, one circle, all with that look, the one that says, we can ruin you if you step out of line. I watched their eyes, not their hands. Dad taught me that. Brandon lunged. I twisted his wrist just enough to control him without making a scene. Stepped back, looked at all of them, steady as granite. One of you is going to break first. Walked away. The next twist? Cara and her sketches. She'd been documenting everything. The silent cruelties, the teachers looking away, even the mural for her missing friend Alicia gone after a party. No one talked about it. That's how these places work. You vanish, people cover it up, and everyone pretends it never happened. But I wasn't raised to let things slide. Turns out, I wasn't the only one sick of the 5. That night, a cryptic note led me to an abandoned warehouse where 4 students, Sarah, Milo, Tasha, and Darius, were waiting. The underground. They'd all been burned by the 5 one way or another. Darius, once the football star, now in a wheelchair after a training accident, when he spoke up. They wanted in. I made it clear: no violence, no drama. We unraveled them quietly. They agreed. That's when the real work started. I found my dad's old USB drive labeled insurance. Military files, yes, but one folder had dirt on Crestfield's elite. Secret payments, surveillance, the works. It was time to use it. Next day, Brandon gets nailed for cheating. System glitch, he claims, but nobody buys it. Chase starts dropping passes in football, hands shaking. Trent, the king, storms the lunchroom, phone out, accusing me of texting his girlfriend manufactured screenshots, the works. I don't flinch. Someone's messing with you, I tell him. Might want to check your own camp. The seed of doubt planted. By now, I'm everywhere. Tech committee meeting. Jessica tries to block me, but I've got the bylaws on paper. I'm in. The digital records I find. Trent's been siphoning thousands from the student council, his dad's assistant signing off on the fake invoices. I don't leak it yet. I want all the pieces. Brandon gets set up for hacking a teacher's email again, my hand, but no proof. He's out. Tyler, the weakest of the five, finally cracks, tells me Logan's got videos on him. Blackmail. I give him a burner phone for evidence. Saturday night, Chase throws a party. Milo launches the drone. Tasha leaks a video of Chase bragging about his dad's pharmaceutical connections. By morning, the football hero's benched and under investigation. Retaliation is ugly, a fake news story about my violent past, a vandalized mural for Alicia. Even a black SUV starts following me home. I'm playing chess with people who think they're gods. But the real rot? Kara finds an SD card hidden in the locker room. Milo decrypts. It shows Alicia drugged, dragged into a car owned by Trent's dad's company. We send clips to the school board. Chaos erupts. Emergency meetings, mayor's press conferences, whispers louder than ever. And then the trap. Trent and his dad, the mayor, call me to their mansion. I'm wired, camera set. The mayor brags about his power, how he buries scandals, threatens me with the same fate as Alicia. The whole thing streams live to the emergency board meeting. Cops burst in. The mayor's cuffed on live TV. I slip out into the night, watching as the empire crumbles. But that's not the end. Graves, the headmaster, tries to save face with mass expulsions and fabricated charges. Milo's arrested for malware he never wrote. Kara's mural, The Untouchables Fall, goes viral. I start to wonder, did I make this school a war zone? Kara reminds me, it was always a war. Now the right people are finally losing. With Mr. Rayner, a fired teacher, we uncover Graves' secret archive, blackmail, surveillance, proof of decades of abuse and cover-ups. The final reveal. I hack the morning announcements, then take the debate stage live on TV, laying out every secret, every crime, every name. The broadcast cuts off, but it's too late. The feds move in, police swarm, students walk out chanting justice for Alicia. And when Tyler, kidnapped and threatened, is dumped safely back at school, thanks to a fixer who decides he's not getting paid enough to go down for this, the last domino falls. Graves tries to run, but gets caught on camera, bags of cash in hand. Crestfield changes. The five are done, one indicted, one in rehab, one in jail, the rest scattered. Miss Carter, now principal, launches reforms. Scholarship kids walk the halls like they own the place. Alicia returns pale, but unbroken, and her parents lead a lawsuit that blows the whole story nationwide. Me? I get an invite to a leadership summit at Madison University, my dad's old friend at the helm. Carr gets one too. Trent, former king of Crestfield, hand me a dossier proof his father answered to even higher powers. You're the only one who will use this for good, he says, and maybe he's right. Maybe this isn't just about Crestfield. Maybe it never was. 6 months later, there's a memorial on campus for the silenced and the survivors. Kara's art is everywhere. Mr. Rayner's book is a bestseller, and I stand at my dad's grave, finally understanding why he taught me to fight with foresight, not fists. I've got the map he left, the key to another mystery, and Kara by my side as we board that train to Madison. So, what happens when the powerful mistake silence for weakness? You watch the board flip. You see justice break through the cracks. And you wonder, just for a second, if maybe a real work is only beginning. Now, tell me if you saw this unfold. If you ever watched someone flip the board on power, where do you stand? Was it justice, chaos, or something in between? Drop your thoughts below. I want to hear every side, because out here, the story's never really over.